Hey Cam Fam! So, as you all know, it is my birthday week. So we're doing another birthday vlog type of thing. I asked you guys on my Instagram what you guys want to see for my birthday vlog. So we're doing one of your requests. But before anything else, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and click on that bell button so you're always notified whenever I have new videos like this one. Pixie. Okay, so a bunch of you guys requested for life lessons. Like a lot of you are saying that why don't you share the things that you've learned. Sorry, I did not learn to silent my phone. Okay, so why don't you share the things that you've learned through... Hold on, Pixie is biting her toy. I will get it because maingay siya. Okay, you guys were saying that why don't... Sorry, it's my dogs, they're playing. Why don't I share with you all the life lessons that I've learned so far in my 32 wise years here on Earth. As long as Pixie allows me to share it with you guys kasi ang kulit ni Pixie. Okay, so I've written down all my life lessons here. Life lesson number 1. Some rejections shouldn't be taken as a personal attack against your capabilities. Sometimes you're just not the right fit. I guess it's also because I was more insecure when I was younger, but I feel like every time I was rejected for something like a part or like a project, just basically anything, like for example, I would volunteer for something and it wasn't chosen, parang I used to always take it as, okay, you're not good enough, okay, someone else is better than you. But then as I grew older, I realized that it's not always the case. It's not because this person is better than you or like you're not as smart, you're not as good. It's just sometimes you're not the right fit. And I choose to see it as that. Like I feel a lot of the times you are rejected because you're just not the right fit. You're not the right fit for this organization. You're not the right fit for this job. You're not the right fit for this project. So sometimes it's just because of that. It doesn't always have to be a personal attack against your abilities. Life lesson number 2. I'm not perfect. I have imperfections and insecurities, but it's okay. I'm aware of them. I'm aware of my insecurities. I'm aware of all these imperfections. And if these are imperfections that I can improve on, then I try my best to work harder and to better myself. If these are the type of imperfections that I can't change, then I accept them and I'm fully aware of them. I feel like when you're more self-aware of these things, then you take the power away from other people to use your imperfections and insecurities against you. If you're aware of all of this, then when someone says na, alam mo, pangit mo, alam ko. It's just, I feel like you take the power away from other people. You take the power over your insecurities and imperfections. So yeah. Life lesson number 3. You're not a failure just because you haven't figured it out yet. You'll get there eventually as long as you keep trying. I feel like a lot of us, especially in this generation and the younger generations even, a lot of us become so competitive and a lot of us feel like life is a race and it's so easy for us to fall into the trap na, oh my god, this person has already achieved this much and I'm already this age and I still don't know where I'm going. It's okay. Like for me, I thought by this age I should have this. But then I realized that, you know, life is truly a process and you really have to trust in that process. You don't have to know right away what you're supposed to be. There's still so much more to life, you know? There's still so much that you can and will discover. So just because you're a certain age or just because your peers of the same age are already at this level, do not think of it as a failure. It just means that you're not there yet. It's just taking longer for you and you just have to trust the process. What's important is that you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to get there. You're trying to forge your path and you're trying to find your way. Number 4, invest on someone based on how much they invest on you. Relationships should be a give and take. It shouldn't be one person giving and one person just taking. No relationship would work if you don't invest in each other at the right amount, you know? So if this person is showing you that, okay, this is the time that I can invest on you and this is the only effort I can invest on you, then why are you investing so much in this person if you're not that important anyways? If you're not important enough for this person to invest on as much as you invest on them. So, babu. Number 5, I feel like this 5th life lesson is a little bit connected to life lesson number 4. And it's that life is all about adjusting expectations. I just learned this a few years ago and I feel like it's the main key to why I am rarely disappointed. Like when you're disappointed in someone, in an experience, in a person, in a thing, it's usually because your expectation was this much and you only got this. So life is all about adjusting expectations. So if, for example, let's say in a relationship, you expected your friend to be able to do a certain something for you because that person is your friend and they weren't able to do so, and they do it over and over again, then maybe it's time for you to adjust your expectations of this friend. You might think of this person as this, but really they're just this. So the more that you refuse to accept this and the more that you refuse to adjust your expectations, then the more that you'll get disappointed each and every single time. And I'm not saying this because I want you to be bitter. Like, adjusting your expectations isn't about bitterness. It's actually about acceptance. You're just accepting that, okay, let's say you're adjusting your expectations about a person. Okay, I expected this person to be this, but apparently this person is like this. Okay, are you okay with it? Are you not okay with it? If you're okay with it, then okay. Continue on with your relationship with that person. So it's just, at least this way, you're not disappointed. You know that the next time you tell this person to show up, you know there's a chance they wouldn't be showing up, you know? It's just, I feel like, am I making sense? But yeah, it's just about adjusting expectations. Life lesson number 6. You'll never be able to please everyone, and it's okay. Life gets exhausting if you try to please everyone. Again, we all come from different cultures, we all come from different backgrounds, we all have different experiences, so it's bound to happen. There will be people who just don't get you, and it's okay. You don't have to please everyone. I used to think that, oh no, in order for me to be a good person, I have to please this. But sometimes some things just don't work, and you have to accept that. And sometimes people just don't like you for no reason at all, and it's okay. It's okay. What's important is that the people who are important in your life, the people that matter, your loved ones, your friends, your family, they accept you for who you are and they love you, and that's all that matters. Don't waste your time trying to impress people who are not important in your life. Life lesson number 7. How your words and actions are received weigh heavier than your intentions. I feel like this could be from miscommunication, or maybe you just have, again, different backgrounds, or like there's just a misinterpretation or something. But it's just sometimes, even though you mean well, and even though, for example, for you it's just something that's super lighthearted, sometimes it could mean something else to another person. And that doesn't mean that that other person is wrong. It just means that at the end of the day, that's not how your words and actions were received. And that's supposed to matter more to you, because it's all about how that other person receives what you're saying. Like, for example, for bullying, even if you don't intend to bully, but that person thinks that your words and actions bullied her or him, then even if it wasn't your intention, I think the best thing is still to apologize, because that's how your words and actions were received. And moving forward, you just have to be more careful and adjust the way that you deal with this person or with things, and so that communication lines are much better and you won't get misinterpreted. And I've learned this also, especially it's so hard for you to accept that, especially when you're younger, because I feel like when you're younger, your pride is also higher because you are more insecure. I feel like people who have higher pride are more insecure as well. So if you're more insecure, it's so much harder for you to admit that you were wrong. And I feel like this is something that I learned really as I grew older. I feel like when someone says na, you know, the other day you hurt me because you said this, even though for me it was a joke, at the end of the day I still say, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize it. It wasn't what I meant, but I'm so sorry that I hurt you and that's how you took my words. And from then on, I changed, and okay, this person receives my words differently so that we don't get any miscommunication again. Saying sorry doesn't mean that you're accepting that, let's say if this person said that, hey, you know what you did made me feel like you bullied me. Saying sorry doesn't mean that you're accepting that you are a bully. It's just you're saying sorry because I'm so sorry I hurt you. That's just what you're saying. You're not admitting you're a bully, you know? Life lesson number 8. You don't always have to win an argument. You can agree to disagree. And this is something I always tell my siblings or other people. For example, it could be an argument with your parent, you know? It's just sometimes you don't always have to win. Sometimes people just don't see eye to eye, and it's okay. Just accept that, you know, you can't really change everyone and you can't really make everyone agree with you. And honestly, you're just wasting so much of your energy if it's falling on deaf ears, or if the person you're talking to is really so adamant in their beliefs that it's just why argue with them when you know that at the end of the day you're not gonna achieve anything, that you're just gonna get even more frustrated. So sometimes it's okay to agree to disagree. You don't always have to be right. Walk away from people and things or anything else that just bring you negative energy. Walk away from them. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. Life is so much more enjoyable when you surround yourself with positive people who give you positive feelings. If someone is always making you feel bad, whether they try to mask it as them caring for you or just, you know, that's their way of bonding with you or something, but at the end of the day, you always go home and start feeling bad because of what this person says or does, then say goodbye. You really have to just know what's good for you and do what's good for you. And if something is not bringing you joy, then say bye. Thank you, next. Life lesson number 10. You can handle this. You'll survive this. You're stronger than you think. I feel like when you're younger, like when you're in high school, you feel like your world is over because, I don't know, your boyfriend broke up with you, or your best friend fought with you, or like someone spread a rumor about you, and then you get to college, and then you again go through all these different experiences, and you keep feeling, oh my god, my life is over. It's just, this is like, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to move on from this. How do I overcome this? Trust me, you can. You just have to take it one step at a time. Take it slowly, day by day. Eventually, you'll realize that, oh my god, I've actually moved on from this, and you've come out stronger. So I know that now it may not seem like this is such a small thing, or it may not seem like you'll ever be able to overcome this or like move on, but you will. For example, like I went through breakups as well, and at that time when I was going through the breakup, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so hard, blah blah blah. And you really feel all the emotions. And now that you're so moved on from it, after a few months and after a few years, honestly, I've already forgotten why I had this fight with this person or why this happened. Like, there's so many details that I no longer remember. And at that time, I was holding close to my heart and saying, I'll never forget this. But you know, you move on from things, and then suddenly it just doesn't seem as big of a problem anymore. And it's just a testament of how strong you are as a person. People are resilient. We are resilient people. Life lesson number 11. Don't be afraid to ask. There's no harm in asking. And I feel like I've learned this through Yoni, because I'm always so shy to ask for help or to ask for something from someone. And Yoni always tells me that, why? There's nothing for you to lose. If you ask someone and they say no, then okay, then what happens then? I mean, you don't lose anything in asking, so just ask. At least you know the answer to it. You'll make mistakes, but these mistakes don't define you. Your biggest life lessons may even come from these mistakes. And I truly believe in this. Especially for someone who, it's hard to believe, but I am super shy. So when I make mistakes, I often cringe at it, especially when I realize how big of a mistake it is. I cringe and I'm just thinking that, oh my god, why did I do this? It's so cringy. I shouldn't have done this, blah blah blah. But honestly, these mistakes help me become a better person. And it sounds so much of a cliche, but it really does. They're a bitter life lesson. And you know when you swallow a bitter pill, diba? The taste really lasts longer. So I guess that's why your biggest life lessons usually come from these mistakes, because you really won't forget it. Like, these are life lessons you'll bring with you forever, which then makes you an even better person, because you'll never ever make that same mistake again because you've learned from it. And so don't always take these mistakes as something negative, because something truly beautiful usually come out of these mistakes, and that is you, the new and improved version of you. Life lesson number 13. You can always turn things around. Always. Don't believe that, oh my gosh, this is the end, I can't do it, I've ruined it, I've ruined everything. You can't fix anything with that type of mindset. So always believe that you can turn things around. There's always a way. You just have to find it. You just have to persevere. You just have to work hard. You'll be able to turn it around. Life lesson number 14. If you're not willing to listen, then you'll never improve and evolve. And I feel like this is the saddest thing ever. If you're a person who always thinks that you don't need to listen to what other people are saying, or if you're the type of person who's so stubborn and you think that you're the best person in the world, I feel like you're even worse than the dumbest person ever. That's the most ignorant type of person ever, because you're just hindering yourself from ever improving, because you can't accept that you are also a person, you're making mistakes, you've been wrong. If you can't accept these things, then how will you better yourself if you already think you're the most perfect person in the world? So always be open to other people's criticism, I guess, and just think about it and evaluate, is this really true? Am I really like this? Okay, so what should I do to improve? And I'm not saying that you should give time to your haters. It's different when it's a hater that makes sense, or if it's just a hater just spewing random hate. You know, if it's a constructive criticism, then really think about it and try to improve yourself. Share only what you can, and don't belittle your contribution. There's nothing wrong with saving something for yourself, because you also deserve it. People are always like, oh, this is the only thing I can give, or this is the only thing I can do, and I'm so sorry, blah blah. The most important thing is that you were able to help and you were able to contribute, and you're not selfish for leaving something for yourself, because at the end of the day, it's important to take care of yourself as well. Because if you don't take care of yourself, then how are you able to help other people if you don't take care of yourself, right? So you always have to leave something for yourself. Always. Life lesson number 16. The key to happy life isn't really to be the richest person, to be the most beautiful person, to be the most successful person, but it's really about contentment. And I cannot stress this enough. You can have everything in the world, but if you're not contented, then you will still be the world's saddest person ever. So it's all about finding contentment. It's not an easy thing, especially in such a materialistic world, in such a world where society dictates so many different things and there's just so much noise. But once you find contentment in your relationships, contentment in yourself, contentment in what you have, then you'll truly be super duper happy, and the best version of you will just come out because you won't be bitter, you'll exude good vibes, you'll be such a happy and positive person. And yeah, so it's just that should be the goal, to find contentment. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this TED Talk, or should I say Cam Talk. I'm not claiming to know everything. I mean, you might not agree with some of my life lessons, but I feel like these are life lessons that I've truly learned from in my 32 years of wise experience here on Earth. And I feel like these have really helped me get through a lot of things and helped me deal with some of my not so nice thoughts that I get, because we all have those moments. And these have truly helped me and have also improved my relationships with other people and myself. So I hope that, you know, you take some of these life lessons to heart if you agree with me or if some of them resonate with you. And leave me a comment below if you have anything to share with me about my life lessons. I would love to hear what you think, and give me a thumbs up. I'll see you guys on my next vlog. To be completely honest, hindi ko na alam kung ano i-vlog ko next week. So give me some more suggestions, whatever you want. I want to know, and so tulungan niyo naman ako kasi hindi ko na alam. Nawala na ideas.